So we're doing our Pilates and we're gonna do kind of a more classic workout today. So we're gonna start on our backs and you're just gonna have your knees bent and trying to bring the feet as close to your tailbone as you can. And we're just gonna start with our breath like we always do in Pilates. So we're gonna take a nice big inhale through our nose. And you want to feel that belly expand and then exhaling through our mouth. And as you exhale, trying to just pull everything down into the mat. So we go, inhale. And then exhale, relaxing into the mat. Do one more. Now we're going to just reach our hands up and you're just going to inhale, reach the shoulders away from the mat. Exhale, bring them back down. We'll do one more. And then we're just going to turn our hands towards each other. And we're going to reach one hand up and over, one hand reaches down. Inhale to center, exhale, reach the other ones. Do one more each way. And then we're just going to reach our hands by our side and we're going to do our spine positions. So you're going to press your spine and your low back. Everything is going to press down and you're going to feel a little lift in your glute area. And then we're going to press down and you want to come to where hip bones and pubic bone are flat. So ignore what's in the middle and you just want hip bones, everything there flat. And so you might, I have a big arch in my low back. You might not have that much of one, but we're going to just roll through those spine positions, pressing into the mat and rolling forward just to where hip bones and pubic bone are flat. We'll do that a couple more times. And then either of these spine positions is fine. But if you can do neutral spine, here, go ahead and try it. We're going to bring one leg up and then the other. So you're trying to still have that arch in the low back, the natural arch. If you need to, if it hurts, just press all the way down into that imprint. And we're going to just start with some toe taps. So tapping one toe and then the other. And again, you're trying to hinge at the hips so the whole leg is going forward. It doesn't change position. We'll do one more each way. Hold on, I feel like I missed something here, so I'm just going to see if there's a... No, we're good. Okay, sorry. I thought sometimes there's a pull down menu that comes up. All right, so go ahead and just bring, you're going to tap one foot down and then the other. We're going to hold it here, still in that neutral spine. We're going to reach our hands by our side. And we're going to do what we call a chin tuck. So you want a little space between chin and chest, but you're going to reach up your hands forward, bring the head up, and you want to look down at your belly button here, and then all the way back down. So we're going to do that a few more times, just reaching up and back down. And you're trying to inhale one way, exhale the other. And we'll do two more. And last one. So we're going to do the 100. This is a classic Pilates one. So you're going to have those hands reaching forward. They're going to pulse like you're splashing water. Legs can either be down, they can be in the tabletop, or they can reach forward. You can keep your head down if when you do the chin tuck, you feel this mostly in your neck, then just do get with your head flat. Otherwise, you can tuck up and look down at your belly button. And we're going to inhale for 5 and exhale for 5. We are halfway through. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and give those knees a little hug. We're gonna rock back and forth. Sorry about my voice. I just haven't talked enough this morning, so it's still a little scratchy. Okay, so what we're gonna do next is double leg stretch. So again, head can be either down or you can look up in your chin tuck, and we are gonna lengthen legs and arms out and then come back around, grabbing onto the legs. So it's a inhale and exhale. And we'll do 3 more here. And 2. And last one. And go ahead and give those knees a little hug here. We'll rock to release that low back. We're gonna do a single leg straight stretch next. So you're gonna grab onto the knee and ankle of the same leg. Other leg, the farther out you have it or lower, the harder it is. So just find a spot where you can do this, being somewhat challenged but not impossible. Chin tuck if you want it. I might actually put my head all the way down because I'm starting to feel it mostly in my neck. And this one is kind of quick, so you're just bringing one knee in and then the other leg lengthens out. And just find a breathing pattern that works for you here. We're gonna go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Give those knees a little hug. So now we are gonna do same thing with our legs, but we're gonna put hands behind the head. To support the head, we're gonna get our obliques. This one is actually called obliques. So you're gonna reach your shoulder towards your knee as the other leg extends out. We inhale in the center, exhale as we twist. It's a little slower than the last one. We're gonna do 4 more. And 3, 2, and 1. Give those knees a little hug. All right, we are going to bring the legs straight up from the hips. If you have a ball, you can use it under the low back, or you can kind of have your hands under your hips, or your hands can be out wide. And we are going to start with lowering our feet down. You're going to point them down. Just do you feel that low back starting to lift, and then bring them back up. So point down and flex up. We'll do 3 more. And 2. And last one. All right, and then we're gonna do our scissor kick. So you're gonna grab on to either the thigh or the calf of one leg. Other leg extends out, little pulse, pulse, and switch. We're gonna do 4 more. And 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and just grab onto one leg. We'll stretch out the hamstring real quick. You can point and flex the ankle. And we're gonna switch sides. Okay, we're gonna do 1 more with our legs lifted. Actually, I guess it's kind of 2. We're gonna get a right foot position first, and then we'll do our frog leg. So you're gonna open up the toes, and then bring them back together. So heels are staying together the whole time. You're just gonna open and close the feet. And your knees should ideally open too. I'll turn a little so you can see. Because that rotation should be coming from the hips. So everything should open up and then come back in. And then we're gonna keep the feet open and we're gonna do our frog legs. So we're gonna open up those knees as wide as you're able and then lengthen, straighten out those legs again. Trying to keep the heels together and toes apart here. And we will do 2 more here. And last one. All right, nice job. We're now gonna go into tabletop. You have your hands out wide. You wanna press those shoulders down, squeeze those legs together. We're gonna bring the knees over to one side, keeping that shoulder pressed down, and then come up into the other side. We'll do 4 more here. And 3, 2. We're gonna drop the knees on this next one, so we'll come all the way down. You're gonna keep looking over the opposite shoulder. And then we'll go the other way. And then from here, we're just gonna go all the way onto our side. So go ahead and gear away from you, turn so you can see. We're gonna do our slide kick series next. So you're just gonna line yourself up with the back of your mat, bring your legs to the top of your mat and reach that top leg up. So it's about 1 foot off the ground. You have a hand on your hip or hand on the ground. We're gonna do a little pulse forward, point and pull it back. You're trying to pull that belly in here, keeping that upper body still and just that upper leg moving. Inhale and exhale. We'll do 3 more. And 2. Last one. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna point our foot up, flex, slowly bring it down. Point and flex. We're gonna do 3 more here. And 2. And last one. And then we're gonna flex our foot. You're gonna reach up about halfway what you did before. So just a little bit up and down. We'll do 2 more here. And we're gonna do a little internal rotation. So you're gonna tap your big toe down. If you can, tap it behind that leg. Otherwise you can tap down and up. We're gonna tap forward and back here with that big toe touching down both sides. And we're gonna do 2 more here. And here's our last one. You're just gonna lengthen that leg back. You can bring the heel in if you want to. And then we're just gonna, forgot how to fall here. We're gonna press all the way up and reach all the way over. Stretch it out just a little bit. And we'll go the other way. And we are gonna flip our legs to the other side and just do the same thing on the other side. So just trying to make kind of that banana shape with your body. Upper leg is at hip height. We're gonna bring it forward with a little pulse, point and pull it back. Inhale and exhale. Trying to keep that belly pulled in. We're going to do 2 more. And then last one. We're going to turn so our toes are up, heel is down, pointing up and flexing down. This one is the paintbrush one. So you're brushing up, brushing back down, nice and controlled. Two more. And last one. All right, we're gonna flex that foot, bring it up about halfway and back down. We'll do 2 more here. And then we're gonna do our internal rotation, so toes down, heel up. You're gonna tap in front of your leg and then behind it. And we'll go for 3 and 2. And last one. I'm gonna bring that leg either just straight back or bring that heel in. Stretch out the hips a little bit and the quad. And then we're gonna press ourselves up and we'll stretch all the way over. And then we'll go the other way. And then from here, we're gonna go onto our hands and knees. So you want hands right under the shoulders, knees right under the hips. We're gonna press into the mat, pressing the spine up, and then just trying to lengthen from head to tail, keeping the natural curves in the spine. We'll do that one more time. All right, we are gonna take left leg back, right arm forward. We're trying to square up the hips here. We're gonna reach them straight out from the shoulders, straight out from the hip. I want you to pull up on that arm and leg that are supporting you. We're gonna take an inhale. As we exhale, we're gonna bring knee to elbow and then lengthen back out. We'll do 2 more here. And then last one. Go ahead and bring that leg and arm down. Just gonna wiggle the hips a little bit. We call this wagging the tail. And we're gonna take our right leg back, keeping those hips square. Left arm forward, we'll reach them straight out. You're gonna pull up and away from the mat. Take an inhale. As you exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen back out. And we'll do 3 more. And 2. And last one. Go ahead and bring that leg and arm down. We're going to stretch all the way back in the shell stretch. And then we're just going to come forward on our elbows. So our hips are up, knees right under the hips. And we're going to rest on our elbows. We're going to take one leg up. We're going to bring it in towards our chest. You're going to pull the belly in and then just reach it up till you get a little squeeze in the glutes. We'll do 4 more here. 3, 2. We're going to hold this leg up on this last one. You're going to gently flex that foot and just little tiny presses up. You should hopefully feel this in your glutes. And we're going to go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then we'll bring that same leg right by the other one. We're going to do what we call the fire hydrant. So you bring that knee straight out and back in. It's also like a half clamshell like we sometimes do on our side. It gets that hip flexor, inner outer thigh. We're gonna do 2 more, and last one. Then we'll go ahead and come up. We're gonna bring that leg that was working forward into our pigeon stretch. So depending on hip flexibility, you can have that leg more front to back, or you can bring it across the body. We're gonna start by pressing up nice and tall, and then we'll just lower back down towards the mat. And then we're gonna come back up, and we'll do same thing on the other side. So coming down to the elbows, you're gonna bend the other leg, bringing it in, pulling that belly in as you do. Little reach up to feel those glutes. Get a little squeeze there. Trying to keep that belly drawn in to protect the low back. And we're gonna do 2 more. And then last one, we're gonna flex that foot, little presses up. And we'll go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then we're gonna end with that fire hydrant, so you're gonna reach it out and back in. And we got 5 more here. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're gonna bring that leg forward for our pigeon stretch. Oh, I guess we're supposed to start up tall, aren't we? And then we'll come down. And then we're gonna just bring both legs back and come all the way down. Go ahead and just either have your one side of your face down on the mat, or you can have your forehead on your hands with your hands stacked. We're gonna start with our legs again, so you're just gonna reach one leg up and then the other. And you just wanna make that leg as long as you can. You should again feel this in your glutes. We're gonna go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then you're gonna keep your forehead on your hands. If they're not already, go ahead and stack your hands and put your forehead there. And we're gonna pull up, keeping that forehead glued to your hands and keeping that belly pulled in towards your spine. We'll go for 4, and 3, 2, and 1. And we're just gonna press up and all the way back, stretching out the back the other way. And we're gonna go into sitting. Of exercises here. So we're going to start with our feet mat width, and you want to be really tall on your spine, not pulling down here, but lifting up. If you need to, just put a little bend in your knees. We're going to start by just doing a little spine stretch. We're going to reach our hands forward like they're going on a countertop. You should feel a little pull in that low back going the opposite way, and then stack it back up. We'll do that a couple more times. Do one more, reach as far as you can forward, and then just bring your hands down to the mat, and we'll come back up. And we're gonna do a little, this is called the saw. So your hands are gonna face down here, or palms down, and you're gonna twist, reach across, pinky finger to pinky toe, stack that spine in the middle. So a little reach, we can inhale as we come up, exhale as we twist. And we're gonna do 6 more. And 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. And then we'll reach it all the way forward again. Just land where you land. And we're gonna bend our knees now. Do a little more concentrated abs. We're gonna start with flexion and extension of the spine. So you're just gonna scoop out those abs. Keep those shoulders right where they are. So you wanna keep them down. Pull that belly back towards the spine as much as you can. Stack it back up. We'll do that 3 more times. And 2 more. So on this last one, we're gonna come back. We're gonna try to hold. So start with your hands behind your legs, pull it back. Feel that squeeze in your belly. And we're gonna reach our hands up, and then we're just gonna bring them back under. So it's gonna be a reach, back down, back down. Always kind of reminds me of the start of the Macarena. Reach it down and down, reach, down, down. Maybe 3 more of these. And 2. Last one. All right, go ahead and come all the way up. Just give your abs, you can give your knees a hug if you want to. We're gonna do a little earthquake. So we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna roll down. This time we're gonna reach our hands up. And we're just gonna slowly start walking them up till we feel some seismic activity happening in your belly. So when you get to that point, go ahead and stop the arms and hold it there. If you're able, reach your hands out, look up, kind of diagonal at the ceiling, like the corner of the ceiling. Take some nice deep breaths. We're doing 1 more inhale. As we exhale, we're gonna reach all the way forward. Go ahead and land where you land. Let's get this off of here. Okay. And then we're gonna get our obliques. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna come back about halfway, not quite as far down as we did before. We're gonna reach our arms over to one side. So you're just hanging out there. The arm that is closest to the floor, you're gonna reach it back and then back up to where it was. We're just gonna follow it with our arm, with our eyes. And we'll do 3 more here. 2. And last one. Go ahead and just give those knees a little hug. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So we're gonna come back, we're gonna reach across, bring that hand down and back up to where it was. And just watch that hand move, and that'll help get that good rotation. And make sure you're breathing. Exhale as you reach, inhale as you bring that hand back up. We got 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and reach all the way forward. We'll stretch out 1 more time. We're gonna do 1 more. Here, we're gonna do our teaser prep. So you're gonna bring hands under the knees, bring it up. I think we did this last week as well. So you want that torso to be nice and lifted here. Pulling in the belly. We're gonna reach those hands forward. If you need to at any time, just grab right back on. If you want a little more here, you can do toe taps down, or you can just hold it. And just make sure you're breathing. We're gonna go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and stretch it all the way forward again. We're gonna go ahead and just bring one leg up, one leg out. We're gonna reach for the foot in front of us. Get a little bit of a quad stretch here. And then we'll come up and we'll go the other way. And then we're gonna bring our feet all the way together, making a diamond here. You're just gonna reach your body over your feet. You should feel this in the inner thighs, a little bit in the hips. And then we'll come all the way up and just sit however is comfortable. You can have legs straight out or crisscross. And we're just gonna roll the shoulders forward. And then we'll roll them back. And then we're gonna just reach one hand back and then the other, opening up that chest. And we are done for today. Thank you guys for joining.